Right now, Jenna and I are going to demonstrate an individual counseling session from the Adlerian perspective. I'm going to quickly run through the steps before we begin. Step 1 is to develop a therapeutic relationship. Step 2 is to gain a better understanding of the client's lifestyle. Step 3 is to promote insight and understanding through the client. And step 4 is to focus on a solution with the client. Now we're going to begin. Hi Jenna, I'm Dr. Smith. How are you today?
Good. How are you, Dr. Smith?
Oh, I'm good, thanks. So before you and I begin, I just want to let you know that this is a safe space. You and I can talk about anything in here, not just whatever you came in for during therapy. I want you to feel that this is a non-judgmental zone where you can feel free to talk about anything that's on your mind. Of course, unless you were going to hurt yourself or someone else, and then of course I would need to notify someone. But I want you to know that this is a very safe space for you.
I really appreciate that because it makes me feel like I can say anything and that you're not going to judge me and that, this will be a good situation for me to explore my feelings.
Of course. So why don't you tell me what brings you here today?
Well, I recently just turned 18. I just graduated high school, and I decided to take a full-time job in New York City,
Right.
which is only really like 20 minutes from here. And all my friends recently, they were applying to college, they took their SATs, and they are all over the country in college and living this completely different life. And, feel like I'm just alone all the time.
So just to make sure that I understand, you can correct me if I'm wrong, of course. You recently graduated from high school last spring, and all of your friends went away to college, and you decided to stay home to work. And am I correct that you're living at home with your parents?
Yeah, I live with my mom and dad.
Okay, and do you have any brothers and sisters?
No.
Okay. So is there anything else that you feel that I should know about the situation before we go on?
Well, I do live with my mom and dad, but the thing is, they both work at night and I work during the day, so it's almost like I'm living alone.
That must be very tough. I can imagine that that would be hard for you.
I mean, it's really hard because my whole friendship with all of the people that left was so close, and we, it was like we were sisters. We did everything together. We were never apart. So now it's like I'm missing 5 people that were such a dominant factor in my life.
Right, so now how do you spend your time on weekends?
Well, my dad has off on Saturdays, so pretty much, for the past few months, it's been me and Dad sitting on the couch, not really a typical 18-year-old's dream, going to sleep at 9 o'clock on a Saturday night.
Right, so it sounds to me like you're feeling very alone because all of your friends went off to college and you stayed behind to work. And it seems to me that you're regretting that a little bit, or you're thinking that you may have made a mistake. Am I correct?
I mean, those are the feelings I've been feeling, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I want you to know that you choosing to work, also, I commend you for, because it sounds to me like you have a very strong work ethic, and, working and is really important to you, and this is something that in your future could really pay off, so I hope that you don't look at it as a mistake or a poor decision on your part.
I really appreciate you bringing that up to me because I completely forgot the reason why I decided to work instead of going to college like everybody else. And, my strong work ethic was something that made me think I was maybe more designed for the work field than school.
Right, so what are your coworkers like? Have you spent any time with them outside of the office?
I mean, most of the girls there are great. I love spending time with them, but a lot of them are a little bit older, or they have these serious boyfriends, or they're ready to get married, or they want to have a kid, and it's just, I'm at a completely different place, and I just feel like we don't have that much in common.
So you're feeling that you can't really relate to them because of the place that they are in their lives and where you are in yours.
Right.
Well, what if you decided to do something outside of work with them that's mutually enjoyable for both of you, something that's not really age-specific, like a movie or dinner, something that you would both enjoy?
That actually sounds really good because, it's not necessarily that we don't have anything in common. I guess I was just using the age factor or the place that we are in life as a basis for why we couldn't be good friends.
Which is completely understandable because you are feeling a little bit different from them, but I think that that would be a really good thing for you to do. Maybe reach out to them and you may find things that you have in common with them that you didn't really realize before.
I think that sounds like a great idea because, if I really enjoy spending time with them at work, then chances are I'll probably really enjoy spending time with them at work as well.
Right. Well, I think that that's a great place for us to stop. And for our next session, I look forward to hearing how your outing with them went.
Okay, thank you so much. This was a really enjoyable experience.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Have a
Okay,
great
see
day.
you next week.
Bye-bye.